All right, hello. As you guys can tell, I am not at my setup. I'm on the beach. I'm on vacation. I forgot to record this video when I was home, but I wanted to take the time to let you guys know how special this video is. This is the first time I've ever done something like this, and I feel like I have to do an intro wherever I'm at. This is important. So this video right here is going to be me walking you guys through the entire game of the Solo Cash Cup Finals, exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, the situations that come up throughout the entire game, and just going to give you guys the insight of exactly the choices I make and why I make them. I think it's a truly special video. Like I said, never done this before on the channel. So hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna get back to sipping on a pina colada. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Hey, game one didn't happen. Game one officially did not happen. If you were here, you didn't see any game one.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
Yeah, what was game one? I think I disconnected, lagged out. All right, let's go. All right, Solo Victory Cash Cup. I'm gonna break down how to win a game, go over every part of the game as much as I can, explain to you guys what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, so you guys can watch this, understand exactly how to play the Cash Cup, how to win a game, how to get your first earnings, whatever your goal is, how to get more earnings. We're here for it. Start off right away. The drop matters. Where you're dropping, how you're gliding, when you're jumping out of the bus, all of that matters into having a good early game. So we're gonna go ahead and mark the drop here. I think from my experience of landing restored, it's gonna be best drop is going to be to the right here. Normally this isn't the preferred, but because of the terrain here, you have to go out into the shallow area instead of cutting in. Because if I was to drop to the left there, my drop would be higher than somebody like me doing this. Even though I'm going away from the POI, I should be the lowest. So it looks like we got a guy who hit that left side here. I'm technically lower than him, and that's how you win off spawn. So now we're looking for the best guns here. So we're gonna drop down, get this gun here. See if we can pick up a quick kill for Siphon Mats. Okay, now we have a shotgun Siphon Mats, just because we had the best drop. Pop the nitro. And early fights are easy. Just get loot, get better loot, and win the fight. So pop the nitro, hunt for chests, farm the best, most efficient mats possible. Pop his big pot to be full HP. This should be a pretty easy kill here on this next guy. I could be wrong, but I think there's at least 2 guys left, but I know there's guaranteed 1. Alright. Sometimes you just gotta jump in the box. All that was just loot advantage. So now we need to make sure we don't get third-partied. Hit these. Keep our eyes out. That may have been the last guy here. If that was, then that's huge, right? Now we're on con, potentially. And we get to play our game however we want. Alright. I think we're on con. I don't see any other changes in the POI. That's really what you're looking for. You want to look for an open wall, a broken tree that's missing, someone running around obviously is a big sign that someone else is here. But we should be good. So now my mindset is, how can I get the best loot the fastest before anybody else? And we're going to accomplish that by hitting the fastest loot route possible that I know here. All right, getting as much ammo, as many mats, being as fast as we can. Now, a big thing that's always talked about is medkits, right? Am I gonna pick up medkits? No. I had 2 cokes, that's all I need. Will this win me the heal off alone? No, it won't. But you don't need to. You'll get kills for heal later. You'll get kills for the heals later on. So this guy's running away. You can think about it like this, right? This guy's coming from somewhere over there. How much loot is over there, right? Not more than what I have. We're gonna pop a nitro and try to play aggressive on this guy if we can. He's gonna run out. Trying to go for a shot. Crack him just off of map knowledge. And now you can jump it. right? So because we knew how the POI worked, where you could and couldn't build, and we knew we had loot advantage. I mean, look at this. Look at the guns he was going to fight me with versus the guns that I have. It's a clear loot advantage, and that's the easiest way to pick up easy kills in the solo cash cup. All right, so now we're going to continue to speed loot. We've already got max everything. We don't need anything. Minis. Now our goal is metal. How can we get the fastest amount of metal? Looks like there's a fight at gas. Clear the bush always. We're going to see what's good at gas. Looks like it was already farmed, so there's no point in me going there. All right. Metal. Metal. That is the goal here. Metal, and then any extra heals we can get. Maybe a fizz. No, all that's bonus and extra. But now that we have our 3 kills, just based off of being really good at a landing spot, which any of you guys can learn and master, now our goal is, or now we can play with SMG only. Like, we don't have to run, there's no surge, we don't have to think about storm surge. Even if we need a little bit of storm surge somehow, if it's the world's most stacked solo cash cup lobby of all time, we still have a really good gun for it. Alright, I'm gonna run this third coke here. So again, my goal here is to get as many mats as I possibly can, as fast as I can. Get as much ammo as I possibly can. Okay, we're gonna pop a coke. And see if I can fight this guy real quick. Okay. So that guy caught me off guard, which was a good shot from him. Looks like he hit the tunnel right into me from the gas, right? But I'm just simply better, I guess. I don't know. That guy's just not as good. So now we have cap metal. So we've achieved everything we need. We have our fizz. We could get an extra nitro. Now the goal is simple. Find a mid-map spot, see if we can bait a spot, camp a spot, pull off some cheese, and that's it. Now we're set up. That is how you play early game in the best way possible. That is probably the best case scenario for me. Now we're looking at zone here. Doesn't really matter where we go. We do want to avoid medallions. Not necessarily this guy, because that's just, you know, ammo, but the other ones are going to be a little annoying to fight if we have to fight them. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to go to the tunnel right here, pop my fizz, and I'm just going to go towards dead center zone here. And we're just going to go center on as much refarm, using as little mats as possible. So going off the route that I know here, straight up the gut. Clear this bush. Dead center zone. What is that guy doing? So positioning wise, the goal here, we're center zone. I mean, this isn't exactly dead center. Maybe dead center would be here, right? But we're close enough to center in a bush, which means we don't have to use any mats. And we're next to a tunnel. So if the zone keeps pulling far, any direction, if it pulls any direction, I have whatever direction it goes, I have perfect rotation to it. I'm already max mats, I'm already max ammo, I've already got my heals. Already have some mobility. And now we just gotta sit. And wait it out. This is the most boring part of solos. There was a guy over here. There he is. This is the medallion player. Looks like all 3 medallions are split up, which is good to know. So there's not like some crazy player fighting here. If this guy comes closer though, I will fry him though. If he comes across the river, I'm gonna try to go for a shot. He's focusing on the refarm. He's gonna go for a bloom fight, and I'm gonna hit him 100. So he's only got fizz for heals. We're just gonna box up here. Use a little bit of wood. Keep my eye on the medallion guy. That's really the only guy that has a threat to me. So he's gone. I'm just gonna chill here. I'm actually going to open this all the way. Now zone pulls far, so we're going to pop our fizz. And go hit the tunnel. Now there was a guy in front of us that we just heard hit it. Also that guy. So we know somebody could be in the same route, right? If we hit the tunnel and we're going in a direction, somebody else could easily do the same exact path as us. And be in the same spot as us. Here, my goal is simple. I see the chance to box on the hill with 2 chests. So, I box on the hill with 2 chests. You don't have to overthink anything. Now we're gonna look for medallion here. So we don't have any medallion near us. We have that player over there. I just want to let him know that I know that he knows that he knows that I see him. You know what I'm saying? Make people aware that you're not, you know, just someone to be messed with. Now as for this plant, I could box it up, but I think boxing it up would be worse for me, just off of the fact that if I do box it up, someone could easily chop in there without me hearing it, and then I might, you know, lose a little bit of awareness accidentally, might think that the wall's not mine, or he just might sit in there somehow, some way, and he could kill me, right? So I could box it up. Again, it's not the biggest deal. There's so many more plants around me, plus I have these heals here. So overall, I'm not tripping. So just like we were in a bush, now we're in a similar spot with refarm. It's not a bush, but it's a very secure spot. No one's gonna fight me. I'm not gonna get sprayed. I'm not gonna get keyed. Like, if someone does, you know, I have obviously a ton of time to do damage to them. And that's the goal. It's just, if you're in a bush, you have this pretty much the same advantage as being in this position I'm in here, right? Like, I can just damage someone before they see me, kill somebody before they see me, keep people away from me. And that's how you want to play solos. So keep your mats 5-5-5, keep your inventory as stacked as you can. We're gonna edit this like this to maybe bait somebody thinking that we're on the top. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 10 wood, place that. Extra protection. And now it's just boredom at this point. It's just boredom. Just be bored and sit. Try not to get too antsy. But that's it. Now we just sit and wait. So next zone, we can start planning it a little bit, but we've got some options here. I mean, of course, we are on the dead side. So we'll go here for max visibility. We are on the dead side. We have that pad, which is probably going to be our best use of rotation for later on. And we're good to go. The reason why I'm shooting at that guy is literally just to make him build. I just want to make this guy feel like somebody's watching him. You know, burn his inventory and not mine. I don't lose anything. I'm losing 30 bullets maybe. He's losing 100 wood at least. And some HP. This boy does not care. Alright, I'm letting him do his thing. So we pulled zone. We've already planned our next rotate. And we're in a great position. We're in a really, really good spot on the map. Like, everything is in our favor right here. Now we just sit AFK. Just wait it out. So looking in the kill feed, 1 TA dash. I think that's Dash Rooney, but I could be wrong. So we have somebody decent in here who doesn't have all the medallions. Dash is definitely, if that is Dash is definitely a player that has hands. He can fight back. So now it's going to be about spotting out that player and making sure that we, one, don't run into him, because even though we could take a one with him, even though we could hold our own or kill him even. It's just not worth it. We're just going to burn too much, and overall, it's going to be not the play. So we can use that in multiple ways, right? One, to avoid the player. Two, if we see somebody on height that's pressuring, like somebody that kind of knows what they're doing. Like you could tell if you're in a game with somebody and you see clicks on height, or you see Peterbot on height, and they're just spraying you with their. They got the mythics, they got everything they want, and they're putting down pressure. They're being active. Like you could easily recognize that that's going to be a good player. So if we're in this game with Dash, and I think he's probably thinking the same way, if he sees somebody spraying on height, he would probably assume that it's me. And if I see somebody spraying on height, I'm going to assume that it's him. There could also be some other crazy player in this game that's using Anonymous. There could be Clicks or Peterbot or somebody really, really good in this game, right? So using that and making sure that whenever you do go for height, it's not a really good player is going to help you win the game. Because you don't want to be going for height if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? That's just going to be a grief. And same thing, if you're on height, you know that's a possibility. If you see him killing somebody and he's still alive in the end game, you know he could easily crash pad up, he could dash up, whatever. And could ruin your game. So Dash got another kill, looks like he's still fighting. Hopefully someone kills him. And we can have a pretty chill end game here. But even if that is Dash, this has to be him on the island, I would imagine. If he's playing aggressive and he's fighting, he's going to have a medallion. He's going to be on the island. So we can kind of follow him around a bit. And it's also a good thing to know that he hasn't... If this is him, let's imagine, he hasn't gotten the medallions. He only has one. So he's really not too powerful. So it would be really, really hard to fight any pro that has all 3 medallions plus the deagle, right? Like that's going to be worst case scenario, but this is definitely best case scenario. And I pulled zone. I didn't even mention that, but we pulled zone. So for next rotate, still the same plan. We're just going to go to that pad wherever we need to go. That's going to be our best way to get to the next zone. We could also go far south here and hit that tunnel, but there seems like there's players boxed up on it. There's a guy gliding there. We just saw another player gliding somewhere over here. There's people all around. So one thing to note here that I'm looking at, and this isn't a guarantee, but it's something that you can definitely use to your knowledge. He just broke the pad. Okay. Is that this guy, right? He glided around here, like this, right down there. This bush didn't shoot at him, and this bush didn't shoot at him. I'm still going to clear it before I go into it. That's a good way to kind of see that if somebody's in that bush, they probably would shoot at that guy. Like, they have the advantage. He's gliding in. He was getting shot at, too, so there's other pressure coming in. It's all, like, pointing towards more of a reason to shoot somebody. Like, if I was in this bush, and there's a guy gliding past me, and he's getting shot, I'm shooting him for sure. So now zone, we got to instantly go wherever it pulls. Pulls far south here. Let's quickly look around, make sure that no one's on the highest hills. We're good. There's a guy there we got to worry about in the metal. We're going to get that guy to stop real quick, and we're going to go. You don't want to be on the same timing as somebody. That's a big thing. Looks like I somehow got on the same timing as this guy. All good. Get my shield back. Keep running. These guys think it's funny. These guys think it's funny. Alright, it's a little bit of burn early on, no big deal. All that was I low-key had a poor timing there. Like, I could have definitely found a better way. I probably should have gone insta, like I said. But it's all good. Positioning-wise, though, we're on the tunnel, right? We just kind of ended up being where we ended up. Like, I wasn't trying to get to the tunnel, but we're here. My main goal was to get my shield back on that plant and then just kind of wing it after that. But still, our mats are good. We're in a good positioning. We're vibing. Now, something to know for this zone. If it does pull south here, which is unlikely, it's not going to keep pulling. So if it does pull south here, we're gonna be on the edge the entire time. It's going to bounce back to us in any direction. but I think it's likely it's gonna pull back up here. I think this is gonna be somewhere up here. Yeah. Okay. So for this is simple. We just want to hear these tunnel guys go. As soon as some of these guys in the tunnel start going, then we can go. Easy. So that guy had a clear path. So probably what I'm going to do here is just pop a fizz and get on that guy's ramp. Just because I could go up like this, but that could leave me in a tricky spot. Actually, this guy has to go around. Maybe I'll just follow this guy's ramps. He didn't go anywhere. So I'm going to follow the metal ramps here. We're going to try to go for it now. We're going to try to sling all the way deep here. Make a metal box so we don't have to worry about getting ran in on. Now we're good. So we were able to see what other people's paths were. Now we can trade this guy with the lobby. And we were able to take a good path. That's huge, right? We didn't burn anything. We didn't get stuck like that one yellow skin. We're still very, very healthy. Great mats. And max surge. And I didn't even really notice this. This wasn't an intention, but we are center zone, which means we have an easy pull in any direction, right? So wherever it goes, we get to go pretty free. Yeah, so there's a player over there. There's probably multiple people over here. There's probably only 2 or 3 people back here. So I'm gonna pop Nitro and just go. And we're gonna cut through the buildings here, just because I don't want to be on the outside. And I doubt anyone's baiting on the inside of the buildings here. Alright, we are choppable. Kinda just have to pray. It is solo, so people will connect. Yeah, so we got some connections. We're good. Dash is still in this game. He's still fighting. This is a very sacked game. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the most sacked solo games I've played in a while. Our mats are still really good. We still have great surge. There's been surge twice now. This is definitely a scenario where I wish I had crash pads, because this is gonna get messy. So positioning wise, I'm just gonna go out here and just ramp up and unbox. Oh my god, bro. So, I think that might have been the coin. Okay, we're gonna can't really run the deagle. That was crazy timing, I'm not gonna lie, but we got crash pads, that's huge. I think what we're gonna do here is pop this coke. Let's get this back to what we want. Pop this coke. I'm not gonna carry the deagle. Hold zone here. Pop this coke, carry the crash pads. Because it can pull any direction, and coke is good heals, but it's not worth having mobility here. I'm gonna stop and box, stop and box. I'm just gonna crash pad this to zone. And when we go, we're gonna look at height here. We wanna try to take it, right? That's the goal. So box high. Height looks like they landed on me. Yes, they landed on me. I'm gonna wait for the right timing. He's up by one wall. start getting a weak here. Pulls back. He's just gonna go up. Like, he knows. He knows he has to climb up, right? And I'm gonna pop a fizz here. I'm gonna crash pad and go up on height. So now we have height. Now we have to watch for the crash pads. And other players are gonna height here. Keep ourselves aware. And just keep spraying. We're not looking for kills, we're looking for damage and pressure. As for the layer we're on, it's all about just staying high enough, if you have the mats for it, which I do, and just keeping the pressure going. More spraying, less building. Because this is a hill zone, there's going to be a lot of people with nothing. We've got a couple crash pads coming in play here because it's a rotate. I'm getting chopped out. Connect real quick. This guy's trying to come for it. So we know who the height focus is. This guy right here. He's got metal and he's trying to go for it. Now we got another height focus. Alright, so we're getting looked at from multiple sides here. I'm gonna pop nitro and go for this. 200 metal. Okay, now we gotta worry about heal off a little bit, but it is also pretty early. Again, my goal is just pressure. So it pulls up and over here. And we gotta keep spraying. Oh wow, that's not good. That guy's he knows I'm really, really weak. I have to just pop fizz here and probably jump on his head. That's tough. A lot of people looking at height. A lot of people looking at height. And I had no whites. But that's how you play it. You have to play the loadout to be able to take height and not worry about your whites. Because I could have found whites later on. There was probably a lot of whites to be able to be grabbed. Or it just was such a hilly zone that it might not have came to heal off. Like, I know I got fried to that low of HP, so at that point, it's just dudded. But if you do that, I promise you, if you do that exact thing every time, you will win a game. Like, that is... Nothing I did there is not... That's not a hard thing to do. It's not a one-time thing. It's not just an accident. It's not just unlucky. That probably is a little unlucky that there's so many people looking at height there. But still, like, that is how you play. That's how you win games. And we still have one more left, so... Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget, I host a Tuesday Thesis every single Tuesday at 2 p.m. CST. So get your gameplay watched, get your questions answered, and I'll see you there.